Bhagavatam. This is canto 3, part 1. This is chapter 12, the creation of Kumaras and others. And today we are going to learn about things which were created by Brahmaji. And these are specific things connected to specific domains. Whatever the domains are, he also created laws that govern that domain. So if there is a sacrifice, that sacrifice has to be done systematically and there is a law which governs it. So we have to follow the laws. See, think like this, that if you have to say do some kind of a application anywhere, when you are applying for a job or you are applying for citizenship, you are applying for admission in a college or whatever that you are applying, are you also saying that I abide by the rules? This is something which you have to abide by. Otherwise, you are not going to get admission in a school. If you are doing a job, then you have to abide by the company's laws and company's rules which they set in motion. And you cannot work outside that. So this is something which we have to understand. So today we are going to learn about that. So a small recap of what we did last week. It is all about that Brahmaji from his own being creates a lot of stuff. And some of it is like medical science, military art, musical art, architecture, sciences of all types. All these came from a different face, that is from the front face. And then he created the Vedas, the Puranas, the histories from all his mouths, the past, present, because he is a knower of the past, present and the future. So we had stopped over here last week. So now we are going to start with the new verse. So we are doing Srimad Bhagavatam, canto 3, part 1, that is chapter 12, creation of Kumaras and others, verse 40. All the different varieties of fire sacrifices became manifest from the eastern mouth of Brahmaji. Now, what is all this about? There are different types of fire sacrifices that happen. The fire sacrifice like Sodashi, Ukta, Purisi, Agnistoma, Aptorama, Atiratra, Vajpayee and Gosava. Now you may ask me the question, what is all this about? This is nothing but sacrifice. What is the meaning of the word sacrifice? Let us say you are getting married. What is it that you are sacrificing in marriage? Simple answer. You are sacrificing your entire independence. You are no longer independent. You have somebody else in your life and your dependency is on that person. This is something which we need to understand. The dependency is so strong that you cannot take even one step out of line. Earlier you could be going out. Now let us say if you are a man, you are going out for drinks with your friends every evening. Now you can't do that. So do you understand? These are certain things which come into the picture. It is like a speed breaker. You can't cross it. So a sacrifice is, what have you sacrificed if you are into a marriage? You have sacrificed all your friends. Please remember this. The moment you get married, you have to sacrifice all your friends. Your family relatives, that is related to that body of yours. You cannot bring in the same, whatever nature that you had in marriage. Now you may have an independent nature. You cannot bring that independent nature over here. All these things are sacrificed. So where does this all begin? Human beings during marriage go through a sacrifice. I am sure all of you know that in India, we have a sacrificial pit created during wedding. There is a fire built up over there and you have to go around it 7 times. It is the 7 kinds of attachments that you are going to get into. Your life is now not independent anywhere. So please remember this. Any person who wants to get into this kind of a sacrifice is demanding for something. So all sacrifices are created for the purpose of a desire. Are you understanding? Every sacrifice is for the purpose of a desire. You are desiring something. That is why you are creating the sacrifice. And when you do the sacrifice, you get the fruits of it. It's a very simple understanding. You need to know this. So when you perform a sacrifice, you are fulfilling a desire. You're trying to say, I want money, I want this, I want marriage, I want this kingdom. When you want a kingdom, you're going to do a sacrifice. Right? We have seen that in this whole scripture all the time. So there are sacrifices like the Agnistoma. Okay, here is written over here, Apirottama. What exactly it means? Agnistoma. Stoma. It's a soma juice. It's a juice of a plant offered to Agni, that is fire. For gaining prosperity, for gaining something in your life. So you perform this particular sacrifice to get something. Sacrifice, like I said, you are eating something. You are eating something because you want some benefit out of it. Remember these words. So you perform a sacrifice. Human beings love to do this kind of sacrifice all the time. So I hope you got this. I have given you one example. I think that is more than enough for you. Because we will move further and see what else is there. Now, this is something which we need to be very good at understanding. So we do the next verse, verse 41. Education, charity, penance, and truth are said to be the 4 legs of religion. And to learn this, there are 4 orders of life, with different classification of castes according to the vocation. Brahma created all this in systematic manner. Alright. So now, what is the need for religion here in this world? You are joining a class which is of spirituality and religion. I am talking about Sanatan Dharma over here. It is a religion. It's a form of following a certain pathway. Now, this religion is standing on 4 legs. The leg number 1 is called education. You are being educated in this field. Please remember this. Human beings do not value this. They think education is there, I just got to do it. No. Education is important because that is the first founding stone of everybody's life. Then he says the next one is charity. Please remember this. If you are going to be a selfish human being and if you are going to keep everything to yourself, it is not going to help you any which way. You are not a religious person. You are not even a spiritual person from any point of view. Charity is important. Not charity to your own self or your family, but charity to this specific world, the world around you. See, understand one thing. A charity is a must. If you don't do charity, you are not worthy of being there in this world. Think like this. What is the need for you to get money? Think. You could have been given just 10,000 rupees per month. and you could have lived a life exactly the way it was. Alright? But today, if you are getting couple of lakhs of rupees as a salary, why are you not leading a life of a 10,000 rupee person? Are you getting what I am saying? No, you have to be very charitable. The money has come to you because you are supposed to spread it ahead, not spend it on yourself. Human beings like to spend it on themselves. I have seen people in this world who love to talk about their charity. Oh, I did this, I did that. No. You're not supposed to discuss charity. You're supposed to do it. That is the second leg of religion. The third leg of religion is called penance. Think penance is what? Penance means you got to sweat yourself out. You got to put in efforts in this world. Not because you want to fill your stomach. Because it is important that you are here in this world for some reason. What is the reason? The reason has to be understood by you. Human beings love to say that, I don't know why I am over here. First question that they say, I don't know why I am over here. I should have died. I don't want this kind of a life. This kind of a life is misery. They say these words. And then they say, why am I in this relationship? Why am I over here? Why is this happening to me? Well, are you not forgetting something? You are responsible for your future, not God. You have made the errors in this lifetime of yours. And because you have made those errors in this lifetime of yours, you are going to come back again and again and again till you rectify them. It is called karma. And karma is a very bad thing for those who want to, get out of it. So you can't get out of it. You may say, I want to die just now so that I don't have to face this thing. Let us say a husband-wife has a very bad relationship. And the husband or the wife says, I want to die, I don't want to be in this relationship. Don't worry. Go ahead and die. Does not matter. Because as per the law of karma, you have to come back and meet the same person again. And the same person again may not be this conducive this time. If he is a villain 70%, next time he is going to be 100% villain. The same person you have to meet. The same misery you have to go through. A few days ago, somebody asked me a question. And I said to them that even if this disciple who has gone away, if he were to throw a stone at me, I will forgive him. Okay, these are my words. So my disciples asked me, oh, you are going to forgive his sins for whatever he has done till today, because see, that person is not with you, so you are going to forgive him. I said, no, I never said those words. I think you are misinterpreting my words. I will forgive him for throwing the stone at me. But his karma or her karma is the same. It is going to remain there itself. And that karma they will have to do. Any commitment done by any person in the world of spiritual is nothing but what we say as penance. Penance means work. I told you, you have to work very hard for it. Very hard doesn't mean, okay, I will do it just now, then I will do it later on. No. If you are committed, you are committed. If you are not committed and if you are not doing, don't bother your head about it this time. You are going to get a double whammy next time. Next time is around the corner itself. Don't worry about it. So if you have committed that today I am going to submit my details and you forget it and you say I will submit. Oh, I forgot. I will submit it tomorrow. It cannot be done. See, please understand one thing. These are religious rules. What are they? Rules of religion. Everybody is bound by it. Those who are atheists also are bound by religious rules. They cannot say, I am out of these rules. Are they not getting educated in this world of Krishna? Ask yourself this question. Are they not getting educated? Are they not breathing his air? Are they not living in his world, in a house that they have been provided? Are they not getting money from him? Everything is his only. And if somebody is enjoying those benefits, the religious principles are valid and on him also. So penance is a must. And this penance is mandatory. There are no options in this world. You have to follow that path and you have to be very sincere about it. You cannot just, run away from it and say, no, I will do it in my next life. No, sorry, boss. Next life, you are going to get a double whammy for it. In the year 2013, I had started a company called Mythistical LLC. Many people said, okay, I will do it. They disappeared. Then once again we started. They disappeared again. Now we are back to square one. The same people who have denied me are going to go and do the same thing, because when they have committed, a gun is against their head. That is called the law of religion. You may deny me today. You may say, I don't want to do anything. Don't worry. Maya darling is right around the corner. She is going to bite your ass and going to make you do the things which you have committed. Any kind of commitment that you have given is going to be the cause of your issues, because you are here in this world not for enjoying your life. You are here in this world because God wanted you to be here to do some kind of a work, not just laze around. Religion is like that. There are laws, there are rules, and there are going to be consequences. You may find it that this is how world is. And you may say, oh, why is religion so tough? Sorry, boss. It's not that religion is tough. Try acting smart with your husband or your wife. Is she going to bite your ass or no? Yes, of course. So if she can do it, do you think the religion will not do it? It will hang you upside down. I don't know how many of you know what Peter was, what happened to Saint Peter. There is a guy called Saint Peter. Have you heard of him or no? He's supposed to be the apostle of Jesus Christ. He refused Jesus Christ. I don't want to teach. Really? You can't do that. Speaking ill against, the lady, Mary Magdalene. And many a times he had to face his music. That, okay, I can't do this, I can't do that. His own daughter was there. Now it so happens that this was a person who was told to go to Rome and practice Christianity. Do you know where the Pope lives? The Pope lives in a place called the Vatican. I'm sure you have heard about it. In the city of Rome, there is a St. Peter's Basilica. Have you heard of this place also or no? Many people might have seen it in the videos. And there is a place in front of the papal's, the Pope's residence. You know what it is called? St. Peter's Square. Has anybody heard of it? You know what is the reason for the St. Peter's Square being there? At the place where they call it the square, that's the center point, there was a cross made over there. A cross. And he was hung upside down. And he died over there. Torturing. He was tortured to death. This is something which, think about it. We are talking about religion. We are not talking about some average, below average things. Naturally, he will be given the keys to the heaven because he is going to get tortured 100%. First and foremost, don't disobey. So these are the rules which are very important. And the fourth one is called the truth. This is the fourth leg of religion, truth. People love to tell lies. I am very busy. I did not do this. Sorry, I am sick. I am upset. I am angry. I am this. I am that. And the greatest reasoning they give is called sickness. I am very sick. Think about it. You may be sick, but the world has to go on, isn't it? You can't be sick and not doing things. You can't be lying on a bed for hours together. Please understand, if you are going to do this in this life of yours, the next life of yours, you are going to be lying for 24 hours on the same bed. I want you to think about it very carefully. Today, if you are doing something where you are lying when you have been told not to do it, and you are sleeping on the bed for hours, in your next life you are going to be miserable. Have you ever lied in a hospital bed for 1 year? Do you know how beautiful the problem is over there? Your back gets sore. There are many things that happen. My own foster father was in bed for 4 years or 5 years. Why? He was lying in a supine position, couldn't move his body. He was a religious person. If things can happen to him, for 5 years he was lying in the bed. He couldn't even lift himself to get up. And please consider this as a cautionary note. Because if you think that you can do whatever you feel like in this world, it is going to come back as 10x whammy. Please understand, these are very, very serious conditions. If you misbehave with someone, 10x times you are going to get misbehaved in some life of yours. This is a part and parcel of the things that are going to be there in this world. So these are called the 4 legs of religion. Anybody who thinks that they are outside these legs, they are mistaken, because even an atheist, an agnostic, even a donkey or a pig is part of this religion. It is called education, charity, penance and truth. So don't tell lies. Don't misbehave. Don't do things which are going to be detrimental to your success, because it is your karma you are suffering, not somebody else's karma. And be good to this world. These are from the 4 orders of life with different classification of caste. This time you may be born in a Kshatriya caste. Next time you are going to be born in the 5th class. You don't know that. An animal class. Like a donkey. How will that be? Then, next verse. Then the thread ceremony for the twice born was inaugurated, as were the rules to be followed for at least 1 year after acceptance of the Vedas. Rules for observing complete abstinence from sex life, vocation, and in terms of Vedic injunctions, various professional duties in household life, and the method of maintaining a livelihood without anyone's cooperation by picking up rejected grains. Now this is also very important. These are called the laws created by God Himself. There are laws which have been created. Thread ceremony. You may say, I am an American or I am a Britisher or whoever you might be. I don't have thread ceremony laws. I'm sorry. Who told you that? Even the Jews have it. Even the Christians have it. Do you know that there is a ceremony where they pour water on your head? Or you don't know that? Huh? You may be a Muslim. A Muslim also has to go through. Whether it is a woman or a man. All of you have gone through that ceremonies. These ceremonies are important. These ceremonies are pushing you in a world of material. So you are going from a child to a material worldly being. It is a grahastha ashram. The moment you become grahastha, what is it that you have to do? You have to follow the rules of the Vedas. The rules of observing complete abstinence from sex life, vocation in terms of Vedic injunctions. There are certain Vedic injunctions. You can do this and you can't do this. Human beings love to flout rules. Don't flout any rules. Okay? Then, various professional duties in householder's life. You see, a householder has certain duties to perform. If the husband of the house is going out to work, the wife's job is to handle the house, the cooking, everything else, whatever, having children, taking care of the household, the finances of the houses, buying grocery, to everything as she has to do. If the wife is working, the husband is supposed to do the other things. You cannot get away from this. And you have to be a perfect example to be copied by others. But if you are a miserable person who is not at all interested in the householder's life and who is just interested in enjoying, and if you think that the husband or the wife is there only for providing you with something, I think you are mistaken. Because these are the Vedas we are talking about. We are not talking about some ordinary things. Please remember this. The householders' lives, there are certain rules. And the method of maintaining livelihood without anyone's cooperation by picking up rejected grains. Now, this is something which you have to understand. Every household, if there is money coming in through some earning, then that earning becomes the sustainability of the house. You know, today I had asked you all to pay attention to everything that I am saying, because these rules are very, very important for your own life. When you get the money has not come to you for the heck of it. Please remember this. No. It has come to you because it is important that much amount of money needs to be given ahead in this world for some reason. Have you ever thought that, let us say, if you are buying chilies in the market, chilies, you understand what chilies are, no? In India, you can get 100 grams of chilies for 30 rupees, okay? Or 300 rupees kilo, which is approximately, for 1 kg of chili, the cost is going to be around $300, around $3.50 in US currency. Now you can't go across the street and go to a fancy location and pay them 45 rupees for 100 grams. I'm sorry, you are not allowed to do that. So just because you have got money, you are going to spend it like this? I don't think it is right. What has happened in the world today is people don't have the value of money. They think that they can do whatever they feel like. No. This is where it says method of maintaining livelihood. It is very, very important to maintain that method of living. You have to be a smart person. You have not been told to be an idiot. Understood or not understood? Today, people are buying medicines and stuff like that just by going to the medical counter and saying, oh, give me this medicine. No. You are not allowed to do that. You got to know and understand how things are done in this world. I was looking at 2 medicines which somebody was telling me about. Okay, one contains paracetamol and another contains something else. Now, the cost of these 2 separate tablets is quite high. One X company makes, one Y company makes. In India, you get both these together. Both these together. Do you know what is the cost of that medicine made by one of the best companies in India? Is 24 rupees for 20 tablets. What is the cost? 24 rupees for 20 tablets. That is the cost. In USA, this one drug A and drug B are available for $10 and something else. Why are you paying so much? And this company is not allowing combination with this other drug. Because if a third party enters and combines this drug, both these companies are going to lose billions of dollars. So who is the loser? The common man who doesn't think properly. Do you understand this statement? In India, the cost of a servant, okay, I want you to think about it very carefully how this works. The cost of a servant who comes to work is around 300 rupees or so per hour. And if the person is slightly educated, suppose they are hair, those who come to do the hair or massage or whatever, the cost may be 800 rupees to 1000 rupees. You can't pay them double the amount or triple the amount just because they are coming to your house. You have to have brains to understand this. Just because God is giving you money doesn't mean that you can blow your money up like that. I'm sorry, you are not allowed to do that. And that is the reason why there are Vedic injunctions. There are rules and regulations for every way of life. And what does he say? If there is no earning member in the family, then what happens? Then you have to go and beg in the streets, picking up rejected grains. Now you may wonder, what is this he talking about? Well, there are families in this world who may, because of their past karmas, not have any money with them. They may not have a job. They may not have anything. And they are living on the charity of others, isn't it? So when you are living in the charity of others, your job is to ask. You can't be sitting on your big fat ego and saying, I will not ask. You are not doing anything in this world. Do you get this point or no? And this, what we do over here is called the ashram. In an ashram, the guru is the head of the ashram. Okay? Please understand this. The guru is the head of the ashram. Let us take an example of a great sage from the past, Samartha Ramdas. Samartha Ramdas was the head of that group. He had 4 disciples, including a woman disciple. So he would tell them, your job is to go out and beg. Go beg and bring in whatever. He also would go on his own. That is the rule. You cannot say, I want to eat good food. I don't care about you. Don't you know that story of that person who came to Samartha Ramdas and then he said, I want to eat good food. I don't like this kind of a food. I don't like to live like this. So you cannot have those do's and don'ts in a Gurukul or an ashram. And especially if you are in a householder's life, you cannot be having fancy ideas about life. I don't think that is right. You have to start valuing everything that is there. Now I will give you an understanding of a subject matter which is very, very important. It's not a part of this, but I want you to understand this. A recent study done by Cornell University and a couple of universities around the world. In that they found that there are certain things which are called, in our brain, there are passageways. You know what a passageway is, no? I want you to listen to this very carefully. So there are passageways which are there. These passageways are triggered by something. Okay? And what they did was they shut down one part of the brain. One part of the brain, prefrontal cortex, is the one they shut down. And they kept this passage, other passages open. And they were following the path, how these neurons are transmitting data. They found something very, very unique. Suppose you have a child. Now I am telling you in practical knowledge how this works. Suppose you have a child. And if the child is told a certain thing, let us say you are telling your child, you are not supposed to eat non-vegetarian food, or something like that. I'm just giving an example. Think like this. You're not supposed to eat non-vegetarian food. It is not good for you. It is not healthy. It is not nice. Suppose you say these words to your child. Do you know what you have actually done? You have shut down that particular part of the brain. So when the child grows up, is he going to be a vegetarian? Will he, even if somebody offers him a non-vegetarian, will he eat it? Are you getting what I'm saying or no? This is an example I gave you. As a child, whatever that you have made it grow in your life grows at a fabulous pace. But the movement of the happy molecules doesn't go fast. Because there are certain things which obstructs this, these kind of molecules, the kind of things that you're supposed to go ahead with. So you have to develop the abilities in a child. See, there is a child over here who was given one book, he finished that book. He was given another book, he finished that book. Third book, he finished that book. An entire, bag full of books were given. He finished reading those books. Few days ago, we went and we bought few more books. 170-page Ramayana he finished in 1.5 days. A 5-year-old child, 1.5 days. Can you understand? His neurons are working at a fabulous pace. If you give him that kind of an impetus, he is going to grow very, very fast. His knowledge is going to increase. Knowledge means education. But if he is told, no, you just sit over there, don't do this, don't do that. If you allow your child to eat only kakadis, kakadis, cucumbers. I met one child who was only eating cucumbers at the age of 6, 7 and 8 and all that. What is going to happen? Who is responsible for stopping the neurons from working? The child and the parent also. Both of them are responsible. And because both of them are responsible, the child will develop into a dud child. You have to develop the ability from 0 to 8 or 9 years. So first you got to have the ability within you to push it to the child, and then the child should be given the opportunity to open up in this world. And this is the data that came out of this experiment that has been done. They use something which is a very dangerous kind of a thing. The virus they used was the rabies virus. The rabies virus which was removed of all the, negativity from it. And they observed this rabies virus. It created, when it gave the impetus, it created psilocybins. That there is a particular thing which is very important. It's a drug which I would not advise you to take. Your brain produces it, by the way. And they took, for one single slice of brain, they took 500,000 slices of it. And every slice was observed with a green dye in it. And this was the result of it. It is a fantastic science data that is available to you to understand that if you are going to become a person who is going to be lazy and worthless, that is what you are passing on to the next generation. Kindly don't do that. If you are a leader, you have to show to the world that you are a leader, not an ordinary human being. Understood? And this is the reason why these laws are very valid. The laws of the Vedas are extremely important for human beings to follow. So we do the next one. This is also very interesting. So verse 43. The 4 divisions of retired life are Vaikhanasas, Vaikhilyas, Audambaras and Fanafas. Okay. The 4 divisions of the renounced order of life are the Kutichakas, Bhavodas, Hamsas and Nishkriyas. All these are manifested from Brahma. Now the moment you have a retired life. Now most of you are not retired. Hardly one over here may be retired. Rest of you are thinking in the future you are going to retire. But you may have your parent with you, isn't it? Would you say that you have a parent or somebody known to you who is a retired person? Yes. So they come under these particular 4 things. What are the 4 things? Number 1, they cannot eat whatever they feel like. Are you understanding this? You cannot eat whatever you feel like. There are certain fruits, vegetables and grains that you can eat. Not everything can be eaten. And you have to ask for it. You cannot demand for it. So if you have a parent in your house, you cannot give the parent whatever you feel like. There are specifications of the food and the habits which they are supposed to follow. If old people come to stay over here in the ashram, I offer them food which is very specific to them. Sometimes I do indulge them, but the food that is offered is very, very specific. Even for younger people, my food is specific type. It is very important that in an ashram I follow the rules. So these are the 4 types in retirement, 4 types that are there. Some people, when they retire, they take up sannyasa. Have you heard of this? Because it's the start of a sannyasa ashram. They are only entitled for going and begging outside. They are not supposed to be sitting at home and hatching eggs. I'm sorry, they are not allowed to do that. If you have taken a sannyasa ashram, you are supposed to get out. I told my Gurudev in 2007, I want to become this person. I want to get out of this life. He gave me a kick and he told me, get out from there, go back again. I was reluctant. I didn't want it. But then when it is the Guru's agya, it is important to follow it. And I really followed it. So this is the thing. So let us say there are certain number of people. Now there is a farmer. Let us say there is a farmer. The farmer has been doing farming for many years. At his retirement, he may sit in one place. There are certain grains that will be given to him from outside. That is all that he is allowed to eat. He can't be thinking, oh, I will go out and earn more, I will do this and I will do that. No, you are not entitled for it. If you are getting 10,000 rupees as a pension, your job in life is to ensure that you work within that limit of 10,000 rupees. You can't be asking people for money. You can't be taking money from others. If you do that, if whosoever does it, asking money from others, whereas they are supposed to manage within that amount. If they do not know how to manage within that amount, then they are misusing the Vedic rules. And the Vedas are very clear about it. The sufferings are going to follow. And that is a must. So, Valakhilyas are those type of people. There are other people also, like those who are born in a kingly family. They can get food right in their, in their bed also. Or some people are entitled for it. Everybody is not entitled for it. Also sick people, sick people who are sick in bed. You understand? Those who cannot move from the bed, are they being given food where they are or no? So now I want you to think very carefully. If you are today behaving like an idiot, sleeping away and wasting your life, when you come to 60, you will be living for the next 20, 30 years of your life lying in bed. And you will not get your food till somebody comes and feeds you. Is that okay with you? I'm just giving you an idea how things can happen. So please do not misuse the ability that you have and get into something which is not nice for you. My foster father never asked for it, but I know why he was doing it. I know that, but I can't tell you. So there are those kind of peoples also. There are some people who cannot digest their food. Have you heard of this kind of people also or no? Old people are there, they cannot digest food, so they have to live on very simple meals. They cannot say, I want fancy meals, I want to go to fancy restaurants. Youngsters are there, if they are going, these people are not entitled for it. You have to stay at home or maybe eat that food which is palatable for you, not beyond your means, not beyond your stomach's ability. Got it? Then there are 4 orders of life called Kutichakas, Bahavadas, Hamsas and Nishkriyas. These are also the kind of people that you may get. You know, I'm sure you have heard of Paramahamsa, Ramakrishna Parma. You have heard of this or no? They are the people who are very, very discriminative. They know what is real, what is unreal. So there are great people in this world also who are called Paramahamsa. They have transcendental knowledge. Their knowledge is perfect. Alright? Then there are those who do not perform any actions. They are just lying on the streets. You must have seen beggars. What do? They just lie with their hands or one small thing in front of them, lying like that in the street. Would you like to have that kind of a life? So you have to know this life of yours which you have been given is such a precious one. When people look at me and say, I have nothing in this life, what do you think? I am suffering. Sorry boss, are you alive? Are you breathing? Are you living in a good house? Are you eating nice food? Huh? And all these things, do you have sufficient money? Are you getting food, very good food in your table? Do you have cancer? Do you have any diseases? No? Then be thankful for what you have. Don't become such a mean person that I have nothing, people don't talk to me nicely. This is not the way to behave. I am telling you again, this is the cautionary note. Please understand what I am saying. If you do that today, there are going to be consequences which are 10x what you do today. So please understand, Vedic injunctions are meant for this. This is just a caution. Do not misbehave. Do not try to act smart in this world, because you are here because Brahmaji has put you here for a certain reason. Do not do those kind of nonsensical karmas. Do not misbehave in this world. Okay? Alright. Tomorrow we will do about law, order, moral codes and other things. So far we have come to all this and we will stop over here at verse 43.